But first, we want to thank everyone for sending in the text messages and the phone calls and the emails, asking tons of questions about Upscale Love for You. And let me tell you what it's all about. Upscale Love for You is formatted to entertain, educate, and facilitate self-help, self-love, and everything you want or wish to know about love, relationships, dating, marriage, etc. Upscale Love for You often uncovers hot topics and sensitive issues from tales of singledom to parenting struggles and everything in between. So whether you're actively seeking direction or looking for ways just to pass the time, or you might just want to have a good conversation and a good old laugh, Upscale Love for You is here. And now with that being said, I would like to bring the people that has made this possible. Let me see if I can get this right. Ladies and gentlemen, drum roll please, the wonderful, the lovely, the braided back, the Afrocentric, Dr. Fabulous. Come on and talk to us.
Good evening, everyone. It's a pleasure and I'm grateful that you all are here. I'm a little under the weather. I don't have that old sexy voice. I went to Miami and caught a little something, a little cold. It's not COVID because I got tested, but
you got jungle fever.
I want to tell everyone thankful. Thank you for coming in. And yes, I'm here to represent my Afrocentric look this month. And I'll, how do you say, turn it over to my favorite first cousin.
All right, Dr. Fabulous, it's always good seeing you. And thank you so much for that introduction. And next, I would like to introduce my brother from another mother with the voice like no other. It's good to see him back up on his feet. He's feeling good. He's looking good. He's probably smelling good. I don't know. I'm quite sure he is. He's holding up his favorite cup. Dr. Feelgood, come on and talk to us.
Hey, ladies and gents, it's Dr. Feelgood, the man with the golden voice, the lady's choice, and of course, always as fancy as a Rolls Royce, bringing it to you every Thursday night. We're going to get it right and keep it tight. I want to thank First Cuz for just being the host that he is, the man with the smooth, silky, satin voice. And he can melt butter from a mile away. And then we have the amazing, intelligent, intense Dr. Fabulous, our founder and co-host supreme, who's always got the wit, the will, and the way. She can make a good day a better day. And back to the audience, we couldn't do it without you. I want to thank each and every one of y'all for coming out, having a good time. You're not a guest no more. You're family. Now back to you, First Cuz.
All right, Dr. Feelgood. Like I said, it's always good seeing you. Before we get started, we want to go ahead and address a couple of housekeeping notes. First, we want to ask that if you want to make a comment or if you have a question, please click to the bottom of your screen so you can raise your hand right up under the reaction button so you can raise your hand and we will acknowledge you and we will get to you. Secondly, we want to make sure that you go to YouTube, Upscale Love, the number 4, the letter U, all one word. Upscale Love for You is on YouTube. Check us out. I've been watching our shows all week long. Anytime you have some spare time, I like to just sit, click YouTube, click go, and I just let it run and just listen to what we're talking about. We have some great shows that's already up on YouTube, and we will be coming to Facebook Live in the very, very near future. Okay, with that being said, we're going to go ahead and hit our topic for the day. What does Valentine's Day mean to you? We're going to focus on Valentine's Day. We know it's on Monday of next week, but we're going to go ahead and get our weekend started starting tonight. So what does Valentine's Day mean to you? Dr. Fabulous, let me ask you a question. Does spending a large amount of money equate to how much someone loved you when it comes to Valentine's Day?
Not at all.
Let me repeat it again. Does spending a large amount of money equate to how much someone loves you for Valentine's Day?
No, it doesn't, because they can spend millions of dollars on you and still treat you like trash. So with that being said, I want that true love thing. It's the small things that count from time to time. Now, I am that kind of girl that look to be razzmatazz and all of that good stuff with lavish gifts. However, if I'm really into that individual, it's the small things that count. Now, the ones that I don't really like, I want them to spend till they can't spend no more.
Well, that's a double. You know, there's a name for that. What you just said now, you know, there's a name for that. But I'm not
what you want. Call it what you want.
I'm quite sure there's somebody who's going to say it at some point during the show. But there is a name for that. Now, when we look at the holidays, we know that Christmas, the most money is spent on Christmas. The next holiday is Halloween. That generates a second amount of revenue. The third is Valentine's Day. So a lot of money is being spent for gifts, male and female, for Valentine's Day. This is why I'm asking that question. Do you have to spend a large amount of money? Because a lot of money is being spent during this time.
Okay. Well, I just feel like if you're really into this individual and you can make it so special, especially with women, you can cook them a nice old oxtail dinner with some cabbage and rice. Because I know you like that. I know you like that.
Okay.
And
Okay.
put a little candlelight to it and some music and just set the mood just right, you know. And especially, I know a lot of women are really not big on flowers and candy anymore. But you could do something special just like that. And in return, he'll do something special for you.
Okay. All right. Dr. Feelgood, come on and talk to me. Does spending a large amount of money equate to how much you have to, how much someone may love you for Valentine's Day?
Well, you know, me being about three centimeters long, you know, I got to spend that money. I got to come off it without them pockets. So, you know, but if really think it's supposed to be the thought that counts. Sometimes you ain't got it like that, but you want to make sure that your significant other feels special. Let them know that you are special, and the best presence is your presence.
The best present.
So if you're there, because a lot of times you could be somewhere out. Unfortunately, not unfortunately, but my middle son Daniel, he was born on the 13th of February, so he was one of my Valentine's Day gifts. So I'm happy about that. But no, you shouldn't have to spend a lot of money, men or women, even though you know, even though it favors somebody else more than others, but you shouldn't have to, because if you really feeling somebody, your presence is their present.
Okay, I think that I like that actually. My presence should be your present. I can't step to my wife by saying that because she's gonna say, "Fool, you here every day. Your present need a new present." That's what she's gonna tell me. So, but I'm saying from a dating perspective, if you're casually dating, Mr. Malik, can I ask you this question? If you're casually dating, let's say you got a friend in Tampa, you got a friend in Savannah, you got a friend in Atlanta, are you getting each one of them the same gift? You getting each one of them a similar gift? What kind of gift you giving?
I'm gonna give them like I told you last week, I like to I like to entertain. So each woman that I'm into, I know her flavor, her style. So I'm gonna treat her accordingly. You know what I mean? So so everybody is gonna be different. You know what I mean? So I feel like Valentine's is just not for the woman, it's for the man too, because I get gifts too. You know what I mean?
You get gifts too?
Yeah, I get gifts too, because see, I'm not a zero, I'm a hero. So
Lord.
Yeah. So that's how that thing goes. You know what I mean?
Okay. Well, since you brought it up, do you mind sharing what kind of gifts you received?
I have got cologne. I've got things like bracelets, you know what I mean, like that there. And matter of fact, this shirt I got on was a gift. See, it's got a little big polka dots. The lighting is better, but it's got small polka dots. So this was a treat from a lady friend in Atlanta. So but I treat too. Like I say, I'm not saying like a male chauvinist now. I give and they give. So let's be clear on that now.
Okay, I'm crystal clear on that. Trust me, I get it. I definitely get it. Ms. Millie, I know you got people huh?
I was gonna say something to Mr. Malik. I said, now if he got a girlfriend and he done made that statement about getting them all the different things in Atlanta, this and that and the other, baby, he will be definitely getting the shoe heel for Valentine from me. That would be my gift. But he done put it out there in the atmosphere. Whoever you are, go back and watch our show.
Keep your gift.
But guess what? But guess what? I can always say that was back in the day.
Oh, okay.
I didn't say that was present. Right. So
clean it up.
When you try to throw dirt on me, I'm gonna throw it back on you.
Go on and clean it up. Clean it up. That's what you do. You better try to clean it up. You know she looking.
It don't matter. Like I say,
Dr. Felix, it sounds like you're throwing a little salt in Mr. Malik's game. So we're gonna go ahead and, I don't know why you hating on that man. So let that man do what he gonna do.
Yeah. I'm tall, dark, and handsome, baby. Are you willing to pay the ransom? That's what I'm trying to let you know. You gotta pay the ransom.
He asked
baby.
me, was I gonna pay ransom? He didn't ask me that.
Hey,
He gotta be talking to you.
Girl, I'm gonna go and give it to him. Boy, bye.
All right. Miss Millie, come on. I'm quite sure you're getting several gifts being sent your way. Come on, talk to us about Valentine's Day and the amount of money. Does it equate to how much love a person loves you?
I like gifts because I am a dime piece and I like to be treated like so. So if but my gifts, I prefer a more sentimental gift as far as he can go buy a book, write in it, or get it typed in, however he want to do to make his book his choice, and put different moments and times we did things, stuff of that nature. I prefer, because I got everything I need. I don't need anything.
Okay.
I got more than enough of just things. So I prefer him to have to really think about giving me a gift.
Okay. So it doesn't necessarily matter about the money part of it. It's just, okay, what's the thought process in this gift that you're giving me?
Exactly, because if you really truly love me, whatever I need, you already know my needs, and you're gonna already be done put on them and make sure I'm good.
Okay.
So I don't have to wait on one day for you to do that. But so if you're gonna do anything for me on that day, I prefer you to do it that way, and I'm gonna do the same.
Okay,
like Dr. Fabulous say, I'm gonna put that meal down, and when I put that, what it say, the way to his heart is through his stomach, mouth and stomach.
Yes,
so
when you put it
when
on
you
him,
do that,
what you talking about?
What you need to do.
Well, Miss Miller, you claim to be a good cook. We don't know that yet. So at some
I am
point
an
in time,
excellent cook.
At some point in time, we got to figure out where you're cooking at and what you got on.
We coming to Atkins.
Bring it on to Aiken. I'll show you how we throw
Aiken,
down.
that's
when
it.
you mix that South Carolina / Florida together. Don't play.
Man,
Okay.
Don't you with a good time. I'll be on the train tonight.
Okay.
Answer. Come on and talk to me. How much money you spending on Valentine's Day?
I'm not spending much because it's all about the thought that counts.
Okay. Well, what you thinking about?
This year I'm not thinking about nothing because I ain't got no Valentine. But in previous years, I used to show out for Valentine's Day. I'm like Miss Malik. I like to entertain, and it's not just for the woman, it's for the man too.
Okay.
Like my big thing is for Valentine's Day, I like to surprise who I'm with.
Okay.
You know, like for instance, one year I went on a date on Valentine's Day, and you know, I had the Valentine's Day stuffed animal strapped into the car, into the seatbelt in the passenger seat when I went to pick up, and that led to a good night. She was very surprised that, you know, the little stuffed animal was for her, and we went to, you know, a nice little date, went to eat, went to a nice movie, and we had a good night.
Okay. Okay.
And things like that I like to do. I was with someone one year, and that the one I told y'all that I would travel for, that stayed in West Palm Beach.
Mm-hmm.
I made reservations for us to go out, and I called her when I already checked into the hotel up there.
Okay.
Well, how come you needed a hotel?
Oh yeah, we was gonna use that hotel.
Oh,
most
geez.
definitely.
Cause he's a hoe. You know he's a hoe.
Wow.
So
Okay.
I went
Dr.
checked in the
Field, hey,
hotel.
what is going on with the Upscale family tonight? Y'all just putting people out there like that? Come on now.
Man.
All
They'll
right.
drag you through the mud, boy.
Answer. I'm gonna go ahead and switch to Papa Doc. Are you with us? Papa Doc, you with us?
Papa Doc got something going on.
Yeah.
You got something going on.
He
Miss
looking
Bridget,
for his Valentine.
Nope, I'm here. I was
you
just
here, Papa Doc?
It
Come
looked
on,
like
talk
he's
to
going
us.
up and down. I don't know. He might be in that truck.
Mm.
Yeah, well, I'm definitely in the truck, but yeah, I was moving y'all around. I don't know 100% how to work the background thing, so.
Okay, well, we can hit. Can you turn your music down, please?
Oh, I'm sorry.
All right. Sound like you jamming to some Rick James or something like that. So.
Rick James.
Yeah. So I didn't hear the question. I came in the middle of what was going on here. So.
Okay. Well, let me repeat the question. The question is, we're talking about Valentine's Day. The question is, does spending a large amount of money equate to how much you love someone on Valentine's Day?
No, and it should. Just some traditional, you give a card, or, little piece saying that, I recognize you on this special day. Let it be done. Maybe you could go out to dinner, maybe not, but, you at least let them know that you recognize them. That's all.
Okay. All right. All right. Miss Nikki, how are you tonight?
Good evening. I'm fine.
All right. Good seeing you. Well, good seeing your picture again. Okay. Come on and talk to me. Does spending a large amount of money equate to how much someone loves you on Valentine's Day?
No, not that to me. It doesn't. It's the thought that counts.
Mm-hmm.
But of course, if I had my preference, bring on the bling.
Bring on the bling. Okay. So
Bling.
you love a lot of jewelry and.
I do.
Okay. Well, you know what? Thank you for at least admitting that. You're saying it up front. I love the jewelry. I love the pearl earrings and the diamonds and the. Hey, at least he won't be second guessing that at all. At least he'll know up front.
No, exactly.
Now, are you giving that in return?
I have a little something going to a particular person. I do.
Okay. Okay. All right. All right. Well, as long as you have that same energy going to someone that you're receiving, I think it's all good.
Yes.
All right. Miss Tricia, how are you tonight?
I'm good.
All right. Come on and talk to us about Valentine's Day. How much money are you spending on somebody and how much are they spending on you?
Well, my love language is receiving gifts. So, but that doesn't necessarily mean that I want something really big or extravagant.
Okay.
For me, a little bag of chocolate kisses and some chocolate kisses
Okay.
would be sufficient. A card, just something to let me know that you're actually thinking about me. Of course, I would love to have flowers delivered to work and all that kind of stuff. But I just enjoy like simple things. And because my love language is receiving gifts, I tend to purchase gifts as well. And not necessarily on Valentine's Day, but just, if I see a shirt you like, I'll get that. Or if I see something that makes me think of you, I'll buy that. If I know my guy likes lingerie, then I'll, buy that. So my presents would then be the present.
Okay. Well, now, Ms.
So
Tricia, you said something a few seconds ago. You said you like having flowers delivered to your job.
Yes.
Now, is that more for you or more for your coworkers to see what your man got going on?
I guess it's more for me because, and this is personal, but my husband used to always deliver flowers to me at work, like all the time. But it was usually after we'd had a very bad night where he got a little hands-on. So I had to learn to accept the flowers as flowers. So I've now come, like, for a long time, it's been like 10 years, but for a long time, I would not want you to deliver flowers to me because it would bring that back.
Okay.
Because at first it was, it was nice. I received these flowers. It was really nice. But then after a while, I realized that it was a pattern.
Okay.
So now getting flowers at work would be okay. But it wasn't okay for like the last 10 years or so. Like this is probably the first. If I got flowers now, I'd be okay. But prior to this, I'd be like, what you done? Kind of thing.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Well, we do appreciate you sharing that. I know it got a little personal there for you, and we do appreciate you opening up and sharing that with us. For the newcomers who just came on, we're talking about Valentine's Day, and the question on the table is, does spending a large amount of money equate to how much you love someone on Valentine's Day? I see we just got is it Zakiya, Miss Washington?
Zakiya, yes.
Zakiya, how are you tonight?
I'm good. How are you?
All right. Where are you coming from? Where are you?
Charleston, South Carolina.
Now, who else is South Carolina? We got Miss Millie in South Carolina. Who else is South Carolina?
I am.
Oh, Miss
Okay.
Tricia, and then we have another gentleman, JJ. He's not on this week, but he's from
And
South Carolina.
Marlena is from South Carolina also.
And Marlena's from South
Yeah.
Carolina. Okay, all right. South Carolina is taking over the whole show. We got to do something about that, Florida and
We
Georgia.
rock.
Yeah,
Hey, okay, this turned into a
they
Southern
coming
show.
deep.
All right, Miss Washington, come on and talk to us about Valentine's Day. Does a person have to spend a large amount of money to show you how much they love you on Valentine's Day?
To me, no, I don't think so. And to be honest with you, this will be my first Valentine's Day where I get something. I've never got anything for Valentine's Day in the past.
Stop.
But,
Wait a minute. Hold on.
Wow.
Oh,
Wait a
Lord.
minute. Wait a minute. How old are you, Miss Washington?
I'm 25 years old.
And you never received anything for Valentine's Day?
Never.
Not
Never.
even from your parents.
No, my parents now, my mother, she would always get me something. But I mean, like, if I'm in a relationship with somebody, I would never
Oh, you mean
receive
from
anything.
from a boo thing? Oh,
Yeah,
I got it.
yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, I'm in South Carolina and just step up their game. They need to come on and do
And
something.
do.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So I'm sorry, go ahead and finish saying what you were saying, please. Ms. Washington, go ahead and finish what you were saying.
Oh, okay, yeah. So with that being said, I really don't feel that getting me something a lot means how much you know that you love me. I just feel like, to me as a human being, I said it doesn't matter, as long as you love me the way you say you love me, then that's it.
Right, that's right.
Okay. And I'm glad you said that, Ms. Washington, because every relationship is different. Every person is different, and how they receive things can have a different meaning than someone receiving a ton of gifts to one simple rose. It can all have a different meaning. So thank you so much for sharing that. Ms. Val, how are you this evening? You're on mute, darling. We can't hear you.
I'm
There you
well.
go.
How are you?
All right. Where are you calling in from, Ms. Val?
Nashville, Tennessee.
Nashville, Tennessee. Okay, all right. Now, is Nashville, is that close? Is that like in the mountains? Is that like?
No, that would be East Tennessee.
Okay,
It's
all right.
Middle Tennessee.
Okay, all right. So talk to me about Valentine's Day, Ms. Val.
I think it has become more of materialistic, but it's really not, because most of the time you're doing year-round anyway, so that one day doesn't dictate how a person feels about you.
Yeah, you're right. It doesn't dictate it, but it could be a good indicator of where you may stand in a relationship.
True. So if you don't get anything, but you're in a relationship, does that devalue the relationship though?
Yeah.
It does?
Yeah.
No, but I think it says
Because
a
I
lot.
wish my husband might have missed a Valentine.
I wish you would.
He
I
knew
don't know.
better.
I don't know how they do it in Tennessee, but here in Florida and everywhere else over the US, if you show up on Valentine's Day and you don't have nothing, that's not a good sign.
Exactly.
That's how the night go in. You ain't gonna have anything.
And then if you're in a long distance relationship, they better get it to you by Federal Express or UPS by that day.
Whichever way they gotta get it there.
They already know what time it is.
You got, Ms. Val, you gotta show up with something. You gotta give something. Every man on here,
it's
you gotta give something.
Exactly.
Look, no matter what the status, if you consider yourself being in a relationship, no matter what status of that relationship is, you gotta give something. Even if you don't need it, you gotta give something.
Okay.
I got it. So much pressure on the man.
Hey, Papa Doc, you're absolutely right. It is a lot of pressure.
So much pressure on the man.
We didn't make the rules. We just gotta follow.
But a good woman gonna take care of her man as well. So don't put
That's right.
True.
Ms. Millie, could you say that again, please?
I say a good woman is going to take care of her man as well. So it does not put a bunch of pressure on men. Men allow it to be pressure.
Exactly.
Okay. Well, Ms. Millie, since you opened that can of worms, and I didn't want to go in this direction, but give me an example of a good woman. Because some men may say, hey, a good woman is hard to find.
Dr. Fabulous.
And my take on a good woman It's a woman that's going to be there with her significant other through thick and thin. Got his back as well as he has her back, and she's going to go above and beyond for him, as she should expect the same for him. And they are going to be a good teammate together, growing into soulmates and be equally yoked. It takes two. That 50% don't work. It takes 100+ with both parties to make it work. So
Okay.
parties have to go all in.
I guess I'll shut my mouth and go on to the next person. Miss Bridget, are you with us?
I'm with you guys. It's dinner time here in California, so no camera right now.
Okay. Are you eating oxtails? I'm sorry, are you eating some oxtails?
No, sir.
Oh my
I'm
God.
eating I'm eating salmon.
We're gonna we're gonna have to hook you up with Miss Millie, and we're gonna have to work something out here.
100%.
The question on the table is, does spending a large amount of money equate to how much you love someone off of Valentine's?
No, I don't think so. I agree with the other ladies. It's pretty much the thought that counts, but you know, for me, it's got to be year round, you know, those little thoughts and those little things, you know, and I also reciprocate as well, right? So it's not a big, huge deal that I would make on Valentine's Day, but the little things and the, you know, those little things are more meaningful to me.
Okay, so if Valentine's Day come around and your significant other show up empty-handed, are you going to be upset?
I'm not going to like that. He didn't acknowledge the day. I mean, would I expect? I would at least expect the acknowledgement of the day. Okay. And if we're not typically, you know, exchanging gifts and we just do it all year round, then, you know, I wouldn't expect any more than that. Okay. Considering that, you know, we're still living our lives and traveling and doing all kinds of fun stuff. To me, that's like Valentine's 365 days a year, right?
All right, fair enough. I know there's people celebrate Christmas like that. I don't mean to switch gears real quick, but people celebrate Christmas like that. On Christmas Day, they don't do the big hoopla of exchanging gifts because they kind of do it year round. They're able to kind of do things for each other year round if they do it for their children. And so when Christmas Day comes, it's not a big blown out event. So I definitely understand that.
Yeah.
All right, Miss, is that Tawana? Miss Tawana, I can't say your last name. I'm gonna give it a shot. Seibles? Okay, maybe she's not with us right now.
Yeah, I'm sorry, my phone wouldn't click off.
Okay,
she got to get better than technology.
All right, Miss Tawana, how do you say your last name, please?
Seibles.
You were right.
No, hey, tell her, no, Tawana, tell them your real name.
Tawana Golden Seibles.
Tawana Golden.
Oh, that's a relative.
Okay, Miss Tawana Golden. Where are you calling from?
Actually in Jacksonville, Florida. What? So you got another Floridian now.
What? Are you calling from Jacksonville for real?
I'm both from, I'm in Florida now, but I just came from 30 years of being in South Carolina, but I was raised in New York.
Okay, all right. Well, hey, I'm here in Jacksonville also, so welcome to one of the best cities in the world.
Bobby G, remember I was talking about my nephew? Remember I was talking about my nephew that owned the barbershop?
Say again, feel good?
My nephew that owned the barbershop. That's his mama. Okay, well, I got to get that information so I can go get some support.
Oh yeah, he's awesome. He's awesome.
Right. Well, Mr. Wanda, back to the show. Come on and talk to me about Valentine's Day. You think somebody should spend a whole lot of money to get you a gift for Valentine's Day to show how much they love you?
No, you don't have to spend a whole lot of money. And like one of the people on here said, it's the thought that counts. To me, if you put the thought into it, that's the biggest thing.
Yeah,
that's showing that you really care. If you just like, when my ex and I started out, he started out with an outfit of some flowers and some candy, and then it went down in the card, and then he took it down took the outfit away and just hit the flowers, the candy, the card. Then the flowers went away. Then it went from the flowers went from the candy to the card. Then it got to the point where he would do the card and the candy, but he forgot to put the card in the envelope or One year he just left everything in the grocery bag.
Oh.
Then another year he just forgot to sign the card. You know, so he didn't put any more thought into it.
So
Now,
he grabbed
every
that
year
running
when I
home.
did something, I also did something different. I mean, I went from, if I did something a little bit more exotic or a little bit more, you know, erotic, I did something different the next year to either make it look different or feel different in some type of way. But every year I would get the same thing. And I kind of made it a joke with my family. I said, oh yeah, I guess I get those bag of Dove chocolates and a card. I said, I just hope it's signed this year and actually in the envelope, you know. So it's a matter of, you don't have to spend any money. I'm into crafts, so I make a lot of things, and I feel if I made something special for you, that means I took the time to do it. I didn't wait to the last minute. I put thought into what I wanted to give you. So to me, that makes it feel more special. Someone that I did date, and I was talking about this to them, you know, it's the small things that count, believe it or not. It's not a big thing. If you're thinking about it, if you're in a grocery store and you think about somebody, you just happen to pick up, oh, I remember she likes these cookies. Let me pick those up for you. That means a lot. So for Valentine's Day, you don't just wait to Valentine's Day to say, I'm going to do this extravagant thing, because you wait until the last minute. I want you to put some thought in it, you know? And when you put thought in me, that means you've been thinking about it. You know that February is coming up. Why are you going to wait to the last minute to get it? Think about February 1st and how you're going to make it work until you get to the 14th.
Now, what if my check don't come to the 15th?
Then guess what? We're going to do something on the 15th. But you can still make me some dinner, or we can make dinner together on the 14th. It doesn't have to be that you got paid. You can put something together. You can go out there and go in somebody else's yard, cut some flowers, and say, okay, I owe you later, and give that to your wife or your girlfriend. It's the thought that counts. I just don't want you to wait to the last minute for that thought. What you say?
Dr. Falvin said go to the grave
I can go to the grave site.
Go to the grave site. Guess what? Because you thought about it. I ain't got no money, but how I'm going to get this to make it look good. I'm going to go to the
graveyard and get some flowers.
They don't need them. They don't need them.
Exactly.
First cuz, can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question, first cuz? Is that kind of a clear indication that the relationship is dying? You know, like a plane, when a plane get ready to crash, it kind of goes like that. So if a man starts sending out those signals, is that a true indication that the relationship is, in his mind, is kind of like over, dying out?
Well, if he's sending her flowers, if he's giving her flowers?
No, if he's not doing what, at one point he was like this, then it started going like that. So is it that he's not interested anymore? And a lot of times people always say women got instincts and intuition, but really, if a man starts doing stupid stuff like that, it's plain to see he don't care anymore. Am I right or wrong?
It could be one of two things. It could be one of two things. Be one, he doesn't care anymore, or two, he got Alzheimer's.
Oh my goodness.
Place it. I want to say
you got to know the person, because you know, knowing him for over 20-something years, he was just satisfied doing what he did. So if he said, well, I did something, instead of saying,
but that's when conversating comes about, because men will do things if you allow them to do that. I'm jumping in to say this: even if your mate isn't in the same town with you and they're away, and you may not even get a chance to see them on Valentine's, you make a basket, you build, you put all the little cutesy things in. So when you all get together, babe, this is what I got you for Valentine's. I know we weren't together, but blase, here it is. But if a man was to show up with some candy in a bag, old Walmart bag, and a card not signed, not in the envelope, that would tell me he didn't put any thought into this. He really don't care. I don't care how complacent he is or whatever. And when you allow yourself, or you allow your mate to continue to do things, he say, hey, it's okay.
That's right.
You can say it, and if someone does it, you say, babe, did you really forget to sign it? Go, you know, I just don't even understand. Can you sign it for me? So this will be a memory. If you got to have a conversation about it, you got to have a conversation. Because I just don't feel that ain't even up to par to walk in and put a bag down. That's as good as saying, just eat the candy, Annie Mae, and call it a day.
Okay, but Dr. Fathers, will he get any credit even though he didn't sign the card?
Not a bit. Not with
What
me.
are you getting credit for?
I'm sorry?
What would he be getting credit
All
for?
he did was went to Walmart and grabbed something up and set it down. That could have been for anybody. That's just like somebody giving you a card and don't sign it.
Okay,
If you
I'll
don't
answer
use
the
it,
question.
he could take the card back and give it to Sally. He ain't signed it. He didn't put your name on it. So what's the purpose?
So the answer to the question is he doesn't get any credit, correct?
None. Nada.
Credit for that.
Okay.
No.
All right.
His action speaks louder than words, Sir Bob.
Exactly.
It's not hard to, you know, Stevie Wonder can tell when a person has fallen out of love. Remember, I told you last week, you know, we often love, but love don't love us back. So when people, like I said, like an airplane, you fall out, you know, like that.
Dive.
So that just a classic case. And I have to agree with Dr. Fabulous when she said a woman sets the tone. I mean, she sets like the atmosphere. You know what I mean? The man sets the tone, but if she don't demand nothing, or you know, he gonna keep doing what he doing. Just like First Feel Good say, oh, that's just how the guy is. She didn't demand, she didn't make him do right, is what I'm trying to tell you.
No, she doesn't have to demand. What I'm saying is just have a conversation. You don't have to be overbearing because, you know, a man always want to be in control. So a woman has to know how to talk to him. All it is like, babe, you forgot to sign the card. What's going on, babe? What's on your mind? Let's have a conversation. And that's where you rub his leg, rub his beard, do something, and get him to know, I didn't appreciate you buying me a card and not signing it. That's all.
What if you were that person? Because Dr. Feelgood knows that I am a person that's very verbal, that I do communicate. But when a person gets so complacent and comfortable in a relationship and feel that they don't have to work in that relationship, I don't care if you're married or not. If you're in a relationship, it's like a job. You still got to work at it. If you don't work, you're not going to get paid. But if you only have one team member working, you're not going to get anything done as if you was with two. And so when you with two people, that you can build that relationship together, because one brick at a time is good, but two bricks working together builds it faster and better and stronger. But when you have a person that continuously just think that everything's okay, and even if you speak to them about it and you get no response, I used to call them a 2-weeker, you know, a 2-weeker. You do it for 2 weeks and then you go back to the same thing. And then when you complain again, you do it for 2 weeks and then you go back to the same thing. When you get so complacent or you just want to fix it and only one person is giving their all, you know that person doesn't realize, hey, you need to try. So when I think Mr. Malik, when he said something about, you know, it going on a downfall, only one person seen that downfall, and it wasn't the person that was not doing anything. Just you trying to give them credit for that bag of candy and that unsigned card. Yeah, you did take the effort at the last minute, but because you took that effort at the last minute, it doesn't mean anything, because when you put the person that you're in love with in second place, a second thought, it's not fair to that person who always put you in first place.
Okay. All right. Well, Ms. Tawana, since you're on a roll right now, I got to ask you a question. Malik brought up a great point. If the person is starting to decline with the activities that they're doing for you, is there anything that can save it? Say, for instance, like a marriage seminar, talking with other couples about things that you can do to spice up the marriage, going to some of these, I think some of these women have, like, I don't want to call them sex parties, but they have these like gatherings where they have toys that they, you know, play with. And I'm trying to say it in a nice way. You women can't.
I understand what you're saying. I
You
understand
what
what you're saying. Yes, there are
Okay.
different ways, and I personally have tried those different ways. I'm a very creative person in every aspect of life, and in order to build, I had to be creative to do that, especially with the person that I knew I was married to. You have to do that, but the key is you have to both be willing. If you're both are not in it, it will never work.
Okay.
If you have a key and cannot turn the lock, it's not going to open.
Okay.
So
All
you
right.
have to have, you can go to any seminar, you can go to any party that helps relationships, or spice it up or change it or do whatever you want to. You can have all of that. But if it's only one person invested in that, your investment dies because you have no other people to participate in that investment.
All right,
You
Mr.
understand what I'm saying?
Yes, ma'am, I sure do. Thank you so much for that information. Ms. Millie has her hand raised. And after we hear from Ms. Millie, Dr. Fabulous is going to ask the next question. Come on, Ms. Millie, talk to us.
Just quick, like I want to just tell Ms. Zakia that when she says she never got anything except for from her parents, that's a good thing, because my daughter be 32 this year, and I still buy her a Valentine's Day gift every year. I sent it to Korea last year to make sure she had it. So if nobody else ever buy you anything, you know your parents will always be there for you as a young lady.
That's right.
All right, Dr. Fabulous, you up.
All right.